let's talk about resetting for the new year. Hi guys, I'm Dina Danielle. Welcome back to my channel. What I like to think about as I'm moving into a new year is my goals and kind of what I want for the next year. It's a really good time to have a reset and think about what you really want and your intentions for the next year. What is important to you? What are your priorities? What do you want your life to look like? And this can be a little daunting, but I'm going to break it down, make it simpler, and make it easy for you. So the first thing that I like to do is create a vision board. And you may see my vision board video on how I do that, but I'll briefly discuss it here as well. I know people do like digital vision boards, but I really like to make it a physical vision board, something that I can create with my own hands. So I get a canvas. This could be a poster board, or I like to recycle, so I'll just take like a Trader Joe's bag and cut it up and use that as my canvas, and then take photos, use magazines and things like that, and cut out what I really want to see on my vision board. So I can show you some of mine from last year, which included things about snowboarding, a relationship, working on my jewelry brand, and really selling more jewelry than I have before. If you don't know about my jewelry brand, I'm wearing it right now. This necklace is from my jewelry brand, and it's also linked on my profile, so be sure to check that out. 15% off your first order. The thing about vision boards is, for me, they really work. Like, it's kind of crazy I think it's about being specific and intentional. And when you create that goal for the new year and you have that in your mind, you're kind of always thinking about it. And what I do with my vision board when I'm finished with it, when I have everything that I want on it, and I put like career goals, personal goals, like things about family and friends. So it's not only work. You need to, have a well-balanced life. So some things should be about your career and some about relationship or other personal goals and things like that. So what I had put last year was that I wanted to be in a healthy, loving relationship, and I am in a relationship now. I wanted to grow my jewelry brand. I sold more this year than I ever have before, and I'm in some boutiques now. I wanted to snowboard a lot, which is something I've done. I went to some new places and checked out some new mountains. And then I've also been getting my master's. So I really wanted to do something with like personal development and advancing my career. And since March of 2022, I've been working towards my master's degree. So honestly, this year has been really good for me. I know that 2022 has been challenging for a lot of people. So just looking forward, think about setting those intentions and what you want in those different areas of life. Another thing that I like to do is really clear out my space. I'm in a studio apartment in Los Angeles, so I have to be really intentional about my space, about my layout. It's a small studio apartment. I don't have a lot of space, so anything that I bring into my apartment really does take up space. So I like to go through my closet, get rid of anything that I haven't worn in a long time, and I don't just throw it away. No, like recycle things, please, or give it to people, hand-me-downs, or drop it off at Goodwill or some other like secondhand thrift shop, something like that. But I think that really helps you to, when you're clearing out your closet, know what you have, and you're able to put together some better looks by knowing what you have, loving everything that you're wearing, and then clearing out your space as far as your apartment or your home goes is really important because it helps your brain think more clearly, and you can get those tasks done. I know for me, it's really hard. I work from home, so it's really hard for me when my home is not clean and organized to focus on anything else. So I like to keep things clean, organized, not very cluttered, and I think that's a great way to go into the new year. Another thing that I really like to do is to write down my goals. So I have the vision board, which is a collage that I'll put up on the wall somewhere usually, and then I write down my goals either in a notebook or print them out, and it's just kind of a list. Sometimes these are hefty goals, and I think it's okay if you don't reach all of them. but important to have the intention and to move towards that so you know what your benchmarkers are for the future. And these for me are usually a lot about career, but I've become, I think, a more balanced person. I definitely was like a workaholic. Some of these are about career, my YouTube channel, my blog, my business, my degree, things like that. And then also, you know, for personal life, like if you want to move into a new place, if you want a bigger space, or you want to get a pet, or, you know, these are some of the things that I've also had on my list. So I also have that somewhere I can see it, like maybe above my desk, so that I can look at it every day, or nearby in the desk drawer, so that when I pull it out, it's there and I'm reminded of these goals and why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. So if I'm having a bad day, then I can look at that and kind of refocus and reset the intention. This goes along with like cleaning your space, but I think it's really nice to have some candles and kind of think about like the scents in your space. So I like candles. I have like a little aromatherapy humidifier that I put lavender oil in, and then also getting like some more fresh plants and fresh flowers really helps rejuvenate your space and make it feel really homey and comfortable. And you can go to Trader Joe's and get flowers for like $5, so it's not something that you have to spend a lot of money on. You can do incense, that's usually like 10 to 20 cents a stick, you know, so these are little things that you can do to help make you feel more at home, more comfortable in your space. Another thing that I really like to do moving into the new year, and I do this throughout the year as well, is to develop a book list. Like, what are some things that you want to learn about or that you want to read for, you know, just pleasure, that are going to help you grow and become a more well-rounded person. So I like a lot of fiction books, but I also like a lot of biographies about artists. A few of my favorites are Just Kids. That is about Robert Mapplethorpe and Patti Smith. I like the George Harrison books about Red Hot Chili Peppers has one by Anthony Kiedis, and another one, Acid for the Kids, I think, by Flea the Bassist. So those are the kinds of books that I really like to read. So doing a little bit of research, going on Goodreads. So yeah, definitely choosing some great books that you can like settle in with, learn some new things, or just like get lost in a story. Another way that I like to get prepped for the new year is self-care. This can be so simple. It can be something like taking a bath with some Epsom salts. I like the Dr. Teal's lavender. I always use those after snowboarding and my muscles ache. Or it can be just curling up and watching your favorite movie with your best snacks. You can be taking yourself to a yoga class or an art class, or it can be, you know, ordering something really nice for yourself, like some new jewelry, or, you know, getting a haircut, which is something that I need to do. I've got some split ends going here. Another thing that I'm going to do in 2023 is think about how I can give back. I do this with my brand. We're part of 1% for the Planet, and the jewelry is made sustainably, but I want to do more, whether that's like going out and volunteering or feeding the homeless. It could be something simple like taking, you know, a friend out for a meal, or, you know, sending a card to someone who is down, you know, or someone who's going through a breakup, but really being there for family and friends. And I think that's another great thing to do for the new year. In 2023, having a way that you can give back to people will also help set you up to feel really fulfilled. The last thing that I would say is set yourself up for success. So you know where you want to be, but what are the steps that you have to take to get there? And you can break that down into quarterly goals, and you can break that down into monthly goals, and then kind of weekly. Say you want to have a good exercise routine. I'm not saying like lose 20 pounds, you know, I don't think that should be your New Year's resolution, but maybe like be more healthy. Like For me, I did dry December and I haven't drank, but it could be something like, I'm gonna go to the gym 3 times a week and I'm gonna keep this promise to myself. It's really important to keep the promises to yourself, and I think that's the hardest part, is consistency. But even if you kind of fall off your routine of whatever it is, you know, practicing something new that you want to get better at, like music or writing or any kind of art or exercising, it's okay. We all have bad days, but just pick yourself back up and start again. You know, Cardi B says, like, fall down 9 times, get up 10. So that's really all you have to do, is just keep going. And if you're not at your goal yet, don't worry, just keep pushing, you will make it. I'm going to work on these things for 2023 for resetting, you know, making the vision board, the lists, decluttering my space and getting rid of some things in my closet. Also thinking about how I can help out family and friends, and doing some self-care routines, and also setting up a good like daily routine. So I hope these things really help you guys for setting up your 2023 to be successful and comfortable for you. If you have any tips, I would love to hear them in the comments below, or how you're going to make your 2023 amazing. And be sure to click subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.